Alright, this is Captain Ataman number 3, the New 52 series. I bet of those 3 New 52 series, this was the one you were least expecting us to come back to. This one, it has got Captain Ataman crossing paths with the Flask, the Barney Allen version, who is the worst version of the Flask. It is fitting since this is probably the worst version of Captain Ataman too. As I said in the review of the first issue, this series, it's just trying its hardest to make Captain Ataman more like Manhattan Man from Watching Men. I hate this idea, it is stupid. Why would you want to make a character into a copy of a character that he inspired? And then the other thing is, if you're doing that, at least do it well. This is not doing it well. This is decompressed to fuck. And Captain Ataman, he has been given very little personality. And watching him through this journey is not exciting. At best, the only thing he is doing is pondering and then exploding. And any worthwhile discussion or ideas to be done with the whole super-powered messiah complex utopia wannabe god thing, it has already been done, and it was pretty definitively done with Watching Men, which is what they're clearly just copying from here. So Captain Ataman, he gans to the third world. You know how much I love superheroes ganning off to the third world and deciding to get involved in their conflicts. I fucking love that. He has gone to one of them loser countries, and so has the Flask, the Barney Allen version, and they're gonna stop all the fussing and the feuding with their superpowers. Then we have got the book seriously thinking that it is actually given these scientists who work back in the secret lab some sort of a character. So we have got Captain Ataman and the Flask. At first, the Flask, he distrusts Captain Ataman, but then they team up to resolve all conflict in the third world. I really hate shit like this. It's just sad and pathetic and desperate, and it has been done to death. And then after the world's shortest team up, Captain Ataman, he explodes yet again. He does this in almost every issue of this series. He just explodes. And this one, it is a big explosion. And it is so big that afterwards, we have got a huge crater in the ground. God, this is going to be a short video, isn't it? This is just a comic with very few ideas that moves at a snail's pace. Captain Ataman, this version of him, he is not interesting, he is not relatable, he's not complex, he's not anything. He's just a bloke who is cosplaying as Manhattan Man and exploding every issue. And the Flask, he added precious little to this story. He teamed up with Captain Ataman, but they didn't develop any rapport or any relationship really. I mean, the Flask, he started off mistrusting him and then saw him in action and you think, oh, maybe he's coming to trust him. But then he saw him explode, so probably just mistrusts him again. But at least they resolved all third world conflict ever, right? That's how you solve it, by ganning there and exploding. And we end with him returning to that secret lab and a big reveal of General Ross waiting for him. Much like the first issue, this has no dramatic impact. The endings are very bad. The only way this is going to leave any impression on you is if you have read Captain Ataman's original series and you know that General Ross is a major character / antagonist. If you're new to the character, a random army man showing up on the last page and not even announcing what his intentions are or what he is going to do to Captain Ataman, this will mean nothing to you. This run is just it's just pointless. I didn't understand it. When it comes to the watching main characters, Captain Ataman, he is probably the furthest removed from the one he inspired. Like, you could do Mr. Questions and you could just make him into Rory Shack, or you could do Blue Beetles and have him be more like Nighty Night Owl. But Captain Ataman, he has always had a character and like a humble superhero dynamic about him. He has never been the philosophical dreamer or the righteous god complex character that Manhattan Man is. I didn't recommend this series, not even the fans of Manhattan Man. This is just crap. I rate it 7 thumbs up.